As you can see, friends, over here, destroying a signature, and that's what we're talking all about in today's page. In the Gemara, 167 of Masechet Bava Batra, we're talking all about signatures back in the Talmudic time period. In fact, the great Rabbi Abaya offered a bit of sage, let's say counsel in of itself, which served him well, let's just say as others, just as well as others in of itself. Back in the day, when there is a need for a man who is signed as, let's say, a witness on a document, as we call it a shtar in Hebrew, to submit a signature specimen to the court, to the Bet Din itself, to help it in certifying his signature, he should be careful to write, let's say, this signature in of itself, a chatima, as we say in Hebrew, only at the very top of the sheet. So it will have to be, I've just scribbled something towards the top of the sheet. Should he write it lower than that specific place, there is a danger that it may fall into the hands of, let's say, someone unscrupulous, who will then write a promissory note on top of that signature and then present it to a collection, for a collection, as a signed admission of, let's say, indebtedness, which is considered, let's say, a valid document potentially. So back in the day, let's say you've got a tax collector that is not unscrupulous. He one time came to the great sage Abaya and told him that he was prepared to offer an exemption from taxes to the Talmidei Chachamim, the Torah scholars, who presented a letter of accreditation signed by the great rabbis and sages. So he asked the sage Abaya to give him a specimen of his signature and placed a sheet before him, let's just say, for this purpose. As the great rabbi Abaya started to write his signature on the top of the sheet, this fellow attempted to pull the sheet away so that he would sign at the bottom and thus enable him to write what he pleased atop that specific signature. But Abaya simply reminded him that the sages have already beat you to it. So you've got to be one step ahead. You've got to know where you've got to put the signature. You've got to foresee the different problems that come about it. And that's a greatness of these rabbis, which you learn about in the Talmud, that they know all the dinim of every single thing and all the loopholes that can have to be stopped or prevented. This fantastic insight taken from Rabbi Mendel Weinbach, Zechet Libracha, from the excellent, awesome websites on Daf Yomi Gemara, Shavua Tov, and take care.